Greetings everybody, this is Seraphim. I decided to do this video. I guess I wanted to give you guys an understanding of where I was coming from for this channel, why I'm doing what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, I guess, and maybe give you a little insight into my personality and my background. And today I'm out at the MacDill 48. Rain's rolling in. And kind of hoping to get some footage for some subsequent videos with the rain coming down on the water. But first, I think I'll give you some background, my religious experience, my walk with Christ. It's probably not very typical, but here I am. I grew up as a Lutheran. Went through confirmation when I was 13 years old, and during one of my quote-unquote interviews with a pastor, I'd actually told him that perhaps someday I'd like to become a pastor or something like this and go to seminary. All right, so there I was. I got confirmed as a Lutheran up there in Minnetonka, Minnesota, Fairview Lutheran. And there I attended through high school. When I got to college, church attendance dropped to 0. Went to University of Wisconsin in Madison, Wisconsin. Majored in astronomy. It's like, oh geez, here we go. My selfie stick is like going crazy on me. So I joined the Navy. I was in the NROTC program. And for the next 30 years, plus or minus, I served in the United States Navy, both active and reserve, in the submarine force. Was without God from probably 1987 to about 2005. So pretty big gap there. I just bought this new gimbal. It's like freaking out on me. All right. But then I was living in Iowa at the time. Really? We got to do this? Stop being crazy on me. So I have no idea where I left off there. So I'll repeat. So in 2005, 4, around there, the Pope died, Pope John Paul. And while I was listening to the cantor chant the names of the saints, something stirred inside of me. So the very next weekend, I went to the small town Catholic church where I lived in Neola, Iowa. It was called St. Patrick's. And there, the priest, his name was Father Mazabakwa. I spoke to him, told him what was going on. And he started me on a year-long regimen. Every week, he donated, or he gave me some of his time along with the local nun there to educate me in the ways of Catholicism. So a year went by, and I was chrismated into the Catholic Church. But then I got married to a Russian woman, and I was introduced to the Russian Orthodox faith. And in order to keep unity within my family, I started going to that church and began the process of converting to Orthodoxy. And in the process, I got deployed to MacDill Air Force Base as a reservist. This is during the Operation Inherent Resolve business in 2014. And I started going to St. Gregory. Father there, Father Andre. One day I was just sitting there, kind of before service, trying to figure out what I was going to say for my confession. And one of the altar guys, Peter, he motioned to me. He told me to come behind the altar. So I did. Next thing you know, now I'm a permanent altar server. Learn how to do all the when to do the incense, when to light the candles, when to do the entrances, and things like this. And after a couple of years, I began to do some reading. So one day, I was talking to Father Andre, and kind of came up that I've been doing a lot of work for the church, and perhaps I should be tonsured as a reader. And so that happened. If I can, when I'm editing this video, I'll flash a picture up of that. The bishop came, not for me in particular. In fact, there was a couple of us who were getting tonsured as readers. He came for some reason. I don't remember what, but so that happened. I became a reader. Then I deployed to Kuwait, 2017. I came back, and there was a bit of a shakeup in our church at St. Gregory, and so we changed. My family and I, we changed churches. Went start going to St. Andrew. St. Andrew's is called St. Andrew Stratolates. So no, in fact, I'm pointing the other way. Sorry about that. It would have been awesome though. So we started going to St. Andrew Stratolates Church. And I knew a lot of the people there because there's only 2 Russian Orthodox churches here in Tampa. And because of whatever happened at the other church, a lot of people moved over. But the unfortunate thing was, they had a full complement of readers and deacons, 4 priests. It was crazy. But it's a cathedral, they call it a cathedral. I mean, it's definitely much aesthetically pleasing than St. Gregory's. But that's neither here nor there. I didn't really care, but that's why they had so many clergy. So I couldn't really serve as a reader there. And time went on. Yeah, I could serve in the altar and carry a candle around, I guess. But as far as reading goes, that was kind of right out. So, kind of bummed me out a bit. So I came up with this idea of making videos and doing some readings, just kind of to, I guess, serve as a reader in maybe a different capacity, not associated with a church or anything, but out of my heart. And I started at the beginning of Lent this year, doing the Ladder of Divine Ascent. I thought, why not? Because I'm reading it anyway, so why not record myself? And I listened back on those recordings, and they weren't very good. They weren't very polished at all. I guess kind of the same way I speak. But so over time, I finished that. Surprised. I thought I was only going to do maybe a couple of videos, but ended up being like 35 because I had to split a couple of those chapters into multi-parts because they're so long. But after that, I was like, well, why not do another book? And another book that's really touched me is The Unseen Warfare by Scupoli and Theophan the Recluse. So I read that. My skills improved a bit, and I started doing instead of just flashing pictures up during the video during my narrations, started doing live video where I'm walking like I am now, or just you know, a scene, like a lake, which I'm going to film next. Something calm, but I really don't. I don't show my face at all, and so I thought, well, maybe you guys might be interested. See where I'm coming from with this channel. I'm not monetized. Um, I don't intend to be. This is from my heart. It's a way I can serve without actually being able to serve during a divine liturgy or something. So now I guess you guys know where I'm coming from. I recently, like last week, got a new microphone. I'm working through the kinks on that. It's a podcast microphone, and the quality to my ears is fantastic. It's a massive improvement over my headset that I've been wearing. But it's all to generate higher quality videos. And what I'd like to do is to reach as many people as I can. Not necessarily to say that orthodoxy is the right way. No, I'm not saying that. But I want to give attention to all the wonderful things that are out there to help grow your faith. All the wonderful literature, the saints, they're very unbelievably important. And when I found this book, The Daily Thoughts by Theophan Recluse, I decided, hey, why not? It's 365 days. I'm about 45 days in. Yeah, it can get to be a bit much, especially doing long form videos as well. But hopefully I can keep it up and finish up this task, or finish up this project as well. But I really hope you guys please tune in, please subscribe. The more subscribers, obviously, you've heard all the YouTubers say this, that the more subscribers, the more reach it gets, more often, or gets recommended more often. I'm not out to collect subscriptions. I just want these videos to reach as many people as possible to glorify God. I guess that's all I had to say. I just wanted to give you guys a little background, what's going on with the channel, why it's there, and what my motivations are. All right. I guess that's all. Take care. So one thing that I should probably add, I will never actually provide any interpretation of the Bible or what the Holy Fathers say, because I know whatever I perceive is probably incorrect. I'm only going to read what they've written. So I hope you enjoy the videos. I really do. Interaction is great. If you do happen to say something, I'll say, God bless you, brother, or, well done, warrior in Christ, something like this. But I'll never give advice, since I can't even follow the right advice that I'm given. So why would I give advice? Never provide interpretations either. You'll never hear me interpret anything. God has not given me that gift, nor has he given me the gift of gab. That's why I don't really go live. I've done live once, and I was just going to test things out. I was with my son. We did morning prayers. But no, I'll never go live, and I'll never provide my interpretations. But anyway, thanks.